Hi guys, so I wanted to do a makeup tutorial today because I haven't done one in a while and I really like wearing eye makeup, eyeshadows in the winter because it's just more like festive and sparkly, and you know I like rant about this stuff all the time. So yeah, this makeup tutorial is more of a smoky eye with less of a gradient. It's more of just a harsh like dark light, but I really like how it makes the inner corners pop and then darkens up the outer corners to make it really like sultry and all that stuff. But if you're not really into the whole, like if you're younger and everything, you don't want to wear like too much dark, you can totally not wear as much on the outer corners like I did. And if you even want more on the inner outer corners, you can do that too. So I just thought this was perfect because it's like snowy time and winter and sparkles, so that's kind of how the eyes are and everything. So I'm just gonna get into the tutorial and I hope you guys like it, and happy holidays. Starting out by priming my eyes with MAC Paint Pot because I like the texture of it, because it makes me feel like it holds the eyeshadow more in place and stays for a longer period of time. It also makes it really pigmented and I love that. And so what I'm going to be using for this tutorial is the Naked 2 palette. And I know a lot of you probably don't have this yet just because it has been in such like high demand. So they're totally colors that you can still find even at drugstores. So I'm just going to show you what they look like just so you can get an idea of what colors to try and find. So you don't have to go out and buy the Naked 2 palette just if you want this eye look. Like, trust me, you don't need to. So the first thing I'm going to be using is Booty Call, and it's basically just a shimmery white color. So easy to find. And a little bit onto the lid, about that much. I'm just using a flat shadow brush from Royal & Langnickel because it gives me a lot of control. And it's like my favorite brush. Oh, what is that? Okay. On my lower line, just for now. So after that, I'm gonna take the color Verve, and this is the only color that I actually don't have something similar to already. And it's basically a lot like what I just used, Booty Call, but has a little more silvery gray in it. And I'm gonna put that in the middle of my lid. I know pulling your eyelids is bad for the shadow to crease, but it's the only way I can do it when I film. So try not to do it on your own. Learn from my mistakes. So you can't really tell a big difference from there to there. But the next color you're going to use is Pistol. And this is just another silvery gray. And basically what you're doing is you're making a gradient. So you're going from lightest to darkest. I'm just going to put that on the outer half. Smudge brush, and this is just an old Smashbox brush, and I'm going to be taking just a matte black color, and I'm going to be using a very little amount and working it from the outer corner and making a V, the very outer corner. You can always darken this up as much as you want, depending on if you're going out at night or during the day or family or friends, whatever. And so I darkened it up about a medium amount. And you want to take it, and if you look at your eye, see the crease, you want a little bit of it to show on the top. So take it like that. Then I'm going to go back in with the Booty Call that I already used and just highlight the inner corner a ton more. And just pack it instead of blending it so that it really is pigmented. And I'm going to take it under. I'm also going to take Booty Call and put it as a highlight. Then I'm going to take an Urban Decay pencil in Yiyo, and it's just, you can get any pencil that's kind of just a shimmery white, and I'm going to define that inner corner a little bit further. Make sure you blend it so it doesn't look so harsh. It gets always a little chunky. I don't know why it does that. And then just make sure you get it in there, and you're good. And then outer corner a little bit. And if you want to blend from here to here, all you want to do is take a little bit of the white shimmery color, and what I'm going to do is apply a little bit of the NYX glitter to the top, just to give it a little more Christmassy. I'm not putting too much on just because I'm going to have to take this off. And then a little bit on the inner corner, and a little bit on that side. This stuff does get chunky. This isn't actually my favorite eye glitter, but I like how sometimes it catches on the top of the lashes. So that's the finished look.